Hello Flosstube! My name's Natalia and this is my channel, OfficialMermaidsCove, where I share my love of stitching. I share my cross-stitch projects, a little bit of crochet, and other crafty things I get up to. Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber, and if this has been randomly recommended to you by YouTube, hopefully you'll stick around and enjoy what I have to share today. So this video is going to be my April monthly wrap-up and some of my plans for May. Regarding my cross-stitching. I'll go through the whips that I've worked on since my last video, my stitch numbers for April, and a little bit of stash that I picked up, and then my plans for May. So I've been doing a lot of stitching. As the weather warms up, I'm diving headfirst into all of my whips, and one of the things I really felt the urge to do was finish a lot of the smaller projects that I had going on. So I've had this whip for a while. This will be a finish. This is Sky Hunter. This is a chart by Richard. It's by Color Charts, and the designer is Richard Luce. I bought this as a pre-started whip that my husband really liked, and so I was going to finish it for him. I did crop a bit of the bottom because it has like a mountain, and there was a lot of like this dithering and like almost like this much additionally at the bottom, and I didn't want to. Yeah, okay, here's the bottom corner. So it would have been this much of just confetti stitching just to make up more ground. And I didn't think that was necessary, and I was already kind of having a hard time. This was a paper chart. It was a little worse for wear. Some of the stitching that the previous stitcher had put in wasn't necessarily matching up with the chart, and I was having a hard time following along with everything. So I decided to just crop it, or I wasn't going to end up finishing it. And I have considered this complete. I just need to get a frame with my hubby, and then he can have that for his wherever he wants to place it. I'm not sure if he's decided yet. There was some turkey stitching in this. I actually did a little bit of that for my flower fairies last year, but they had some good diagrams in the chart to show you. There was quite a lot of back stitching. I don't think I realized how much backstitching there was, but I did end up doing most of it fairly quickly because I did want to get this finished. And it was completed, I think last Thursday. So I'm very happy to say that this is done, and my husband's very happy that he can have it now. That was stitched on 14 count Delft Blue Ada. I think that's what the chart called for too. So yes, I finally can cross that off my list. Something else I pulled out that I wanted to get some progress in was my Disney princesses. It's a full coverage chart that I bought off of Etsy. I will insert a picture now. I'm stitching on most of the black right now, which is that black border. And I'm doing a little bit inside of the outside border too, to try to align where I am and help me better keep my track, because I track where I am on the pattern because I didn't fully grid this. I just kind of gridded the outside border. But this is where I am. I think I've added over 2,000 stitches since I've last pulled this out, so I'm very happy with that, and I do want to get some more progress going into May. I am doing Mermaid, and their Ariel is Mermaid, and she is in here, so I count this as one of my Mermaid projects. I am stitching this on a 28 count even weave 2/1 tent. I've enjoyed switching a lot of my full coverage to that method. It helps me get quite a bit of progress, and it's enjoyable to stitch, and I think the coverage, I'm happy with the coverage. So I think this is officially finally at past 1%. I've pulled it out a few times now and not gotten even close. So I think this has like 4,000 stitches in it, a little over 4,000 stitches, and it finally is over 1%. it's, I think this is my, I'm not sure if this is, no, this is not my biggest one. This is my second largest chart. This is bigger than my Dracarys piece. So I'll be working on this for a while yet to come. My next whip was another finish. This was a Mill Hill kit called Lionheart. I stitched it with the kit materials. It had some really interesting star stitching that I haven't seen on the Mill Hills before. I don't know if you can see that. There's like these stars in the center instead of cross stitches. So that was interesting to stitch up. But it was a nice quick stitch. I still have to cut it out and fully finish it. But this was nice. It was part of the Spring Bouquet series for the Mill Hill bead kits. And I think the number code was MH18. I have it written down. Dash 2101 if you're interested in that. But I'm looking forward to finishing it. It had the option to finish it as a magnet. I think I'm probably just going to make it into an ornament and put it on my little Christmas tree that I have year round. So that was I think my first new start for April and a finish. The next one that I pulled out is Twilight Mermaid. This was part of the 2023 Under the Sea Fabrics, Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics, she does different themed boxes. Some of the fabric dyers do them, where they'll theme the box and then they'll dye fabric for it, and some of them, depending on who the dyer is, will include kits. They'll partner with designers, or they'll just have fabric and maybe some other goodies in it. So Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics did one that was mermaid themed, so of course I had to sign on and get that. So for the 2023 mermaid box, I don't know if she's done another one since then. I'm not sure. But for 2023, I bought that box, and as part of that box, there was this pattern in it by Meridian Designs. It's called Twilight Mermaid. I used the kit threads and the fabric that was included. This is the call for fabric. I think it's called Nephili. And it's a 16 count, a plus an Ada, dyed by Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics. I used my own beads and my own, I guess, treasures. The ones that it called for, they seemed a little big to me. I still have the call for beads and the other half of the fabric, which is this size. I cut my piece of fabric in half. So this will actually be a giveaway later on in my channel when we hit our next subscriber milestone, which I guess will be 500. I think I'm up to 430 something subscribers. So this will be I'll put it away to be a giveaway for the next time, and it has the called for beads, and I think there's also like a gold metallic and the original treasures. I haven't seen this for sale by Meridian Design, so I don't know if it's still an exclusive that they're holding back or if they'll release it at a later date. But if you enter for the giveaway later, you will get the chart, the fabric, the floss, DMC floss, and the beads and the treasures. So it wasn't a new start. I had started it, I think, for my 12x12 end of last year. So I can finally count this as finished. I think this might have been the last thing that I had left from that box to finish. So finally finished all of the whips from that box. And then my next whip was Shelter from the Storm it's a scattered seed sampler chart. And I'm not going to show you the pattern because I finished it. I used my own threads, and I think I have it posted on Instagram if you're interested in knowing what my conversion was. It was like a mixture. I still have the silk here. I need to put it up. I used the Stitch Me silk. It's a really pretty purple. It's Gioejo yeah, I probably completely butchered that. But it's really pretty purple. I use that in the flowers. I did use some of my maple silk. I ran out of this, I think it was like a maple syrup gas thread. So I used log here. You can kind of tell the shade difference, but it blends pretty well, especially with this being the line of the mushroom. This mushroom is so cute. Like, I'm not really a person who's into like cottagecore stuff, but just the way that they designed this was super cute. I think this was released in like 2020 because that was the original year. And then I went back, I don't know if she had it on the website or on one of the other charts, but I went back and substituted a 5 since I finished this in 2025. The bunnies are so cute. It was a really pleasant stitch. The words here and the numbers are stitched 1 over 1. That wasn't too bad. My stitches, I don't know. They don't look as neat as the 2 over 2. I stitched this on a 28 count cashel linen, 2 over 2, and then the 1 over 1. I used a forbidden fiber thread for the gray. I think it was gargoyle. I keep most of my stitching details on my Instagram account, so you can find me there on OfficialMermaidsCove if you're interested in knowing what all the different colors I used here. I think this was a cottage garden thread, and then some of these others were, I think they were mostly Gentle Arts threads. But I really liked how this mushroom turned out. And the bunnies. This was really pleasant to stitch. It was worked up very quickly, and it was, we've been having storms. I think we might get some more storms tonight too, so it just seemed like a good second start for April, and then I was lucky enough to go ahead and finish it. So let's dive into my seasonal stitch kick. And then the last one that I stitched on was my gold collection dimensions kit, Angel of Elegance. This is what it will look like when it's finished. I'm taking this as my work project to try to get some more consistent work on it. I didn't meet the stitch goal I'd set for myself, but I had set something a little bit ambitious even for me. I think I said like 8,000 stitches or something for that. So I think I got like a little over 3,000, which is actually pretty good. That's like the most progress I've done on this whip in a couple years. I think I started this in like 2021. I think this, so yeah, I think this is my oldest whip currently. I don't have much stitched up here, so I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap for right now. But we're coming around here. I have some of the adornments coming off the angel. These are all kit materials. This is the included fabric, which was an 18 count white Ada. So you see here, I'm basically trying to maybe stitch down to this corner and then maybe move over, and then I'll move back up to work on the wings and the instrument and the angel's torso. So I think, I can't remember what the percentage is now, but we're definitely past, maybe I'm at 17% officially with this. And I'm hoping to get another 3,000 stitches this month. I'm going to try to do that by doing at least 100 stitches a day. We'll see if that works out. I have like a wedding that I'm going to be attending later in May, so I'm not anticipating I'll be stitching during that weekend, but we'll see how this goes. So yeah, that was my last whip. So I stitched on 6 things since the last video. My last update video. I updated my calendar. So this is my big large print calendar I got from the Dollar Tree. I've been picking out my washi tape. So for this past couple weeks, I think I had this last updated, yeah, this last video I showed you that I finished Unfortunate Souls. So yes, I had this pretty nice scenic mountainy washi tape for Sky Hunter. Pulled out Disney Princesses, so I put that washi tape out. I pulled out, I had like it's like a nice gold, there you go, orangey washi tape that I did for Lionheart. We have this pretty like rainbowy, yeah, you can really see there, for Twilight Mermaid, of pretty bright colors. I did a nice little cherry blossom springy strip for Shelter from the Storm. And then I have the one that I've been using for Angel of Elegance, which is the stars and the dark blue washi tape. Yeah, so I've gotten quite a bit of stitching in. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got over 2,000 stitches on Disney Princess in one day. I still think that's crazy, but I am focusing on only the black, so it's not too, and I'm doing 10 stitch, so it's not too difficult as of now. So yeah, so for week 17, I do my weekly stitch counts from the Sunday to Saturday. I got 6,806 stitches done. So these are my April totals. I have so I had a total of 6 no stitch days. Had 2 new stars total. That was Lionheart and the Shelter from the Storm. Both are finishes also. So I had a total of 8 finishes. Oh wow, is that correct? I finished Mercy and Grace. I finished The Noblest Part, Unfortunate Souls, Twilight Mermaid, Lionheart, Shelter from the Storm, Sky Hunter. Okay, I guess that is 8. I stitched on 10 of my whips total, and so I ended the month with 26,007 stitches, and then if you count full stitches, because I'm doing my full coverages with tent, so if you divide that by 2, then I did a total of 23,957 full stitches this month. I do have one UFO. I have decided I'm no longer going to keep stitching this pattern. It's a printed cross stitch. I'm just not enjoying stitching it, and I have another cross stitch pattern that isn't on this like embroidery fabric. See, it's like printed on this fabric, and I'm just not enjoying the process of having to like push the needle through, and then the number of threads that you have to use. They're not looking like super neat. I don't know. I'm not enjoying it, and I've decided I'm just not going to keep forcing myself to stitch on it. I've been doing enough of that here lately, and I'm so happy to finish Sky Hunter. I didn't want to have to keep pushing through another project. This was a gift, but it's not bringing me joy, so I think I'm going to maybe... I don't know, you tell me. Would anybody be interested if I put this as a giveaway, or so just save it for a future giveaway? If I don't hear anything in the comments, I probably just donate it to my local thrift store. We have a local crafty thrift store here that I really like, and I'm sure somebody would enjoy working on this. And I'll probably just give them, I think I already organized the threads, so I'll probably leave that the way it is. So yeah, so that was my, I don't know if that's the first UFO. I don't think I've ever really given up on a project before. But yeah, I'm giving myself permission to just let that one go. I don't know if I'll start the other one. I'll see if I can pull that out from my stash. See where I took that away at. So I ended the month with 17 whips total. I'm really happy I got my stitch count down. I think I was trying to juggle 25 whips, and it was too much. So my current stitch balance is 1,083,086 stitches. With a corrected balance, my corrected balance is just me capping my full coverage at 100,000 stitches for the year, for each project. I have 3 projects that are over 100,000 stitches total, so that would be just capping those to a total for those 3 of 300,000, if that makes sense. So with a corrected balance, then I have 568,108 stitches, and that's the total stitch count that I, in my wildest dreams, could potentially get done if I finished all my whips and I only, got 100,000 stitches on each of my full coverages. I just like keeping track of that. I don't want so many whips on my plate that I feel overwhelmed, and it does get mentally overwhelming for me. So we'll see. It's just something I'm trying out. We'll see if I keep doing that and keeping up with that and see how the number feels to me. Sorry about that, I bumped the camera. So those were my counts for April. I've already started decorating my calendar for May. We have some mermaid seashells, because it's a mermaid, and some pretty flowery washi tape since it's springy. And then I have some other things that just match with the blue layout for this calendar. It's blue. some nice roses. So yes, I have 6 mermaid whips currently going. I'm planning on maybe starting something for my birthday, but that won't be until June. So I do want to get some progress on those. Those 6 are Lily Fennec, which is my Haid, Disney Princess, which I've shown you, Cauldron of Mer, that's my unconventional cross-stitch pattern, the Mermaid Marina, which is my Autumn Lane mermaid, Periwinkle Mermaid, which is a pattern by Whittier Stitches at Cat at Whittier Stitches on Instagram, Mermaid of the Pearls, which is a Mirabilia, so with a total of 6. I'm going to try to pull those out and get some pretty good progress on my full coverage. I think out of those 6, 3 of those are full coverage designs. So I'll try to rotate through those, and hopefully you'll get to see all of those throughout the month as we go. Stash, I think I skipped through that. I have a little bit of stash. I went by my local craft thrift store and I picked up this. This is not for me, it's for my friend. She has she's recently has a newborn and she has a toddler in the house, so it's been a little hectic, and he loves playing with chalk, but she's not always you know, has the level of energy to run around the parking lot with him, or you know, her driveway. So if she wanted to keep him inside, I wanted to get her a little chalkboard that he could draw on, that she would have to be worried about. So they had one of those there. I got this not to really store patterns. This is more like for bookkeeping purposes, for my personal documents. It was a little hectic keeping up with all of our taxes this year. We filed them early, but I'm just trying to maybe better manage all that. And I have some other documents I had to get together to renew my passport and other things, so I just want to be a little bit more organized about that. So I got this. It has some dividers in there, which is nice. And it's a pretty good sized binder, so that was a good find. And then I also found a pack of felt squares, and a nice variety of colors. I'm thinking I might pick a purple one of these purples to finish this into an ornament. It's a good size, and then I probably keep a section for another mill hill. So I was happy to find that. I'll be happy to see how that works out for finishing this. And then I'll have the other colors for other ornaments. I always make Christmas ornaments at the end of the year, so even if I won't use it for more mill hills, I'll know I'll definitely use it for other things. That's all for stash. And yeah, that was my month for April. I think, yeah, this is my best month so far. I don't know what it is about, like, wintertime. I feel like during the holidays, you know, it's fun and, you know, hectic, and you kind of get strung along to doing all those things. But I've been getting, like, seasonal depression. Maybe I just need to take vitamins or up my vitamin C. There's like vitamins you can take if you're not getting as much sun, right? I don't know. There's something, I need to try to figure that out, because I had gotten to a point where I didn't think it hit me hard this past winter, but then I just kind of like I felt like I was dragging along, so I don't know. I have to try to figure that out. But I'm happy with my progress, and I'm super excited. It's officially May. I want to stitch all the mermaids, which I have plenty to stitch on. And then if I get some of those finished, maybe I can start some new ones. So it'll be fun to look at my stash and see about getting up something. I have plenty of things to get up, so we'll see what I end up pulling out. Mentions. I did have a few mentions. Some people were kind enough to shout me out on their channel. One of them was Dottie, one of the ladies that I made friends with at Stitch Florida last year. She has her own YouTube channel, Stitching Scotty, so by all means, I'm going to link her in the description, and check her out. She has 2 adorable Scotty dogs, and she is always doing something. She stitches on so many different projects. If being at, you know, under 20 whips is like crazy to you because you have way more than that, then you would love her channel. She has so many whips going on. But she also still manages to have all these finishes. She was showing all these finishes in her last video, and they're so very cute, like the way that she does them. So it's good inspiration if you're thinking about ways to finish your projects. And she attends a lot of different retreats, so it's always fun hearing her updates about those things. And she does like designer highlights, and she does, you know, other Flosstubers that I might not have heard of that I get to subscribe to. So I definitely recommend her channel. And then also across the globe, Allison and Stephanie. They are awesome. I love watching their videos. They do pretty regular videos. They also do some thrifting. I think they had a video recently that didn't have too much to do with cross stitch, but they were, I think I saw, was it the Runner Stitcher that also had something like this, where there was like a make your own leather bag kit. They both bought one and they're putting it together and kind of like taking us along for a ride. So that was kind of interesting. I don't know that I'm necessarily wanting to make my own bag, but it's fun watching them work on it. And then they also do, you know, they've done videos up on different spring freebies that you can get. They do a lot of videos of different things that they're diving into. I think one of the videos that they had was they went to a museum for like inspiration on maybe designing or doing other things. So it's pretty cool, the content that they put out. So I definitely recommend their channel. And they record very regularly, so you'll have plenty of things to watch and enjoy from them. I think that's it for now. I do want to, I have worked on a little bit of crochet. If you're not interested, feel free to leave now, but I'm still working on my baby blanket, and I have another one that I need to start, so I do want to get like more progress on this. I don't think I have enough yarn, so I'm probably gonna have to go look for another ball and see if maybe, I guess Joann's is out, so maybe Michael's. I'll have to see if either Michael's, Walmart, or Hobby Lobby has this, and those are my only 3 options near me, at least. Oh, there it is. I was like, I thought I brought it over here. So this, I definitely have more progress than the last time I showed this on here. Oh, I was like for the hook to take it out. I have frogged this. I took this to a crochet club night at my craft store, my local thrift craft store, and I definitely got a lot of stitching in. I finally have the first skein stitched up in here, and I'm started on the second one. I have a third one, and I'm probably gonna need a fourth. And I don't know if that will finish it completely, or if at least that'll be enough to where I can just edge it with some of the leftover white that I have. But this is how it's working up so far. I'm doing it out of Beginner's Guide Ripples for Baby from Leisure Arts. It's this back pattern. Oh, I don't think it has an edging. I think when I finish this, yeah, I don't think it has an edging. I think this is it, maybe. Let me look at the pattern real quick. Okay, so it does have an edging, but it's, I guess, maybe just a basic, because it looks like this, right, is how the bottom looks. It's got like a ripple effect here, and it looks like it's still gonna look like that, so it's just maybe like a small finishing edging. See, it doesn't look like I've stitched baby blankets that have like 10 rows of edging after you finish the body, so it's not like that. So I hopefully won't need much more yarn than this. But if I do need to edge it with like a different color, I will. So I might just need one more skein. I am stitching this with Bernat Softy Baby in the color Soft Lilac. It has a 30185. I don't know if that's a color code or lot number. And I am using a G/6/4.25 millimeter hook. I like the boy hooks, I like the shape, and I find them more comfortable to stitch with. So yes, so we are one skein in. Maybe in the next video I'll have another one in. Wish me luck with that. But I think I'm like not even, I think I'm gonna need, like I have to do 44 inches of the body, and I think I'm maybe just slightly above a foot. So I still have plenty to go with that. Okay, so officially that is everything I have to show you. Hopefully everything's going good. You enjoyed your Easter holiday. Spring is starting off great. I have officially started planting things with my husband. I don't know if we're a little early or a little late for that. My sister sent me with some bulbs after we finished visiting with her over the Easter holiday. And they're officially in the ground, and I've been trying to water them. I don't know if I'm overwatering them. I don't think so, because it's been pretty... We've had rain, and we have had storms, but it doesn't seem like... It seems like we still need more rain, because the ground still seems really, really dry. So I'm just trying to keep up with watering them, and hopefully, if those bloom, I'll be able to share some pictures with you later on. Are you doing any gardening? Leave me a comment on what you think about the things that I might hold off for future giveaways. If nobody's interested, then I don't have a problem just donating it to my local thrift shop, and maybe doing something that you would be interested for a future giveaway. Just let me know, give me your input on that. And if you like this video and you're interested in seeing future videos from me, feel free to like and subscribe, and you'll see all the future things I have to share in my upcoming videos. Hopefully I guess I could record another crochet video since I'm working on that, and share some of the Flosstubers that I've been watching. I've been trying to keep a running list, but if not, I can always go through my history and write them down and share those with you. So maybe you'll see one of those before the next update. We'll see, but I'll definitely make a note of that. Until next time, happy stitching. Bye.